Hello, relatives. Welcome to this week's Schlagbyte for the week June 4th, 2018, entitled Slow Dancing in Mexico. So it's been a year since I've done any international travel, and I'm feeling good, stronger than I did last year, and the summer in Phoenix is already unbearably hot, and I thought it's time to go on a little trip. My criteria were quite simple. A non-stop flight of not more than about 3 hours, one customs line, and a place where we had friends. And I knew just the place and the friends. I met Fernando Ortiz Monasterio at an isolated beach bar in Baja California about 13 years ago. He's a mechanical engineer who for many years had worked with Huichol Indians. They are an isolated tribe who live deep in the canyon of central Mexico's Sierra Madre Mountains. When Fernando found out I was a psychiatrist who had worked with Native Americans, he told me this extraordinary story. For the last decade, hundreds of Huichol children, while they were living in boarding schools, had become possessed, the result of witchcraft. A sorcerer had cast a spell, turning sweet, docile children, some as young as 6, into violent, aggressive animals. Traditional healers and psychiatrists made attempts at treatment, but they were unsuccessful. Fernando asked me if I'd ever seen such a problem among Native Americans, and when I told him I had, he said, do you think you might be helpful? And I said, it's possible, and it took a year to make it happen. But from that serendipitous sunset in Baja emerged what has been the most profound healing that I have ever participated in. A team of 3 Mexican and 3 American professionals created a healing ceremony that eliminated the symptoms within a year. I'm not going to tell you the whole story. If you're interested in reading it, go to the link that I've included or read it in my book, Kindling Spirit. Suffice it to say, it was life-changing. The last time we saw each other, I could still climb out of the canyons. So I told Fernando I was up and around, but moving a little bit more slowly. He lives in Mexico City at an altitude of 7,200 feet. I asked my cardiologist, whom I respect and who gets me, and she said, live your life, but pay attention to what your body is telling you. I've never really been good at listening to what my body tells me. When I hurt, I will myself to overcome it, but now my body talks in ways that I can't ignore. I've been in high places before, I've adapted, but with my current limitations, 8 hours after I landed, I was pumping hard and breathing heavily. Didn't keep me down. Fernando was an unending source of loving support, picked us up every day, we explored the wonders of the city, I climbed less and rested more. And most importantly, I learned again to live each day to the fullest, to allow myself to be taken care of, and saying thank you more, rather than doing more. On the last day that I was in Mexico City, where we spent a week, I am reading on a balcony overlooking the lake at Valle de Bravo. And next door, there is a party and the music is rocking. I feel the rhythm. I breathe it through the soles of my feet. And I get up and slow dance, hardly moving, swaying to the music. And I'm thinking, it doesn't matter how fast or slow you dance. If you can dance, you can heal. Keep moving. Remember that you are surrounded by love and support. Depend on it. Remind yourself, we're never alone. Have a great week, relatives. I say this for all my relations. Mitakuye.